Hey, guys, what did we hook up in this little shallow water right here? Appears to be a nice trout. Yes. Alright, guys. That's the first fish of the day. And it may make it. But measuring backwards, oh, he easily make it. Well, I hadn't had a trout in a long time, guys. And that was going home. That was going home, guys. So I just want to thank y'all for coming out with me on a kind of cold day. And this guy don't need to give me that kind of trouble. But, well, guys, I got a little news to give you. This will probably be the last time you see me in this boat. I've got a new kayak coming, and it'll be here in a day or two. And well, let me tell you about it while I throw a couple of times. I really don't want to move from here because there's a little gut right there. Let me set my little anchor down here. I think there's a few trout in there. Turn the boat just a little bit. Tighten her down. Right direction. I'd like to catch me one more anyway. But while we're sitting here fishing, I'll tell you about the boat I'm getting. I'm getting a Vibe Ghost 130. And the reason I'm going to a little bit longer boat was because, oh man, you don't do that. Good thing I had a quick thumb, right? That was a newbie mistake. But let's see if we can cast out that. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted a little longer boat for getting back up here in this marsh and stuff. Because today, this boat, I can't get up there. And, well, I don't think the redfish are that much up there. I hadn't seen anything. I went, kind of poked around a spot here and there, but it's been so cold, I think them redfish are dropped off into deeper water. But this trout was hanging here. Oh, you don't learn so well, do you? Yeah, I want to go right across the bank there. That's where I had a good bite right before I caught this one. Yeah, right in there. Let it sink a little bit and then reel it in. But anyway, yeah, the Ghost 130 is 13 feet long, 74 pounds, 33 inches wide, and it is a pretty much has a rudder. It's a full package. You can get a paddle and get the whole package for $8.99 delivered to my house. No taxes, coming from Georgia. And well, can't beat a deal like that. But yeah, this boat's been pretty decent for me, but it's just a little small for a big guy like myself. It takes 7 inches of water. measured it out. 7 inches of water for me to float in. And oh wow, there we go, there we go. Come on, guy. So 7 inches of water is a little much for a kayak. You should be able to float in 3 or 4 inches, and you say, well, that's not a lot of difference, but well, when you're up in this real skinny water, that's the difference between you getting over to where the fish is at and you not. Now, this one barely might be. Let's look. Boy, go away. 14 3/4. That's not good. And we got an airboat out there. I don't know which one of these cuts he's gonna come in, go out of, but hope not this one. But anyway, so guys, that's what we're doing today. We're just taking our final. Oh, I'm not saying I won't take it out again, but if the other one works like I think, well, that was a brilliant pro cast. I just didn't like a lot of issues about this boat, and I'll tell you a couple while we're sitting here fishing. That front hatch, this boat right here retailed for $2,400 before I paid taxes on it. So you're close to $2,600. And they couldn't put a hatch that was sealed? Come on, guys. They've been making hatches with gaskets and O-rings around them for a long time. But they put this little rubber thing around there, and you get a little water flop over the front when you're going through a wave, and it just goes right up and into the bilge. And to me, that is uncalled for expensive boat. You know, if I paid $400 from Walmart, so I'd be like, it'd be all right, I can live with it. But that's one of my mainer gripes. The second gripe is, man, this thing, it will work you to death. Okay, here we go. They're probably coming right by us. Oh, well, it happens. Let's get one more cast in. Well, there's probably another little cut they're going to go out, but that means they got that one spooked up. I'll be glad when duck hunting season's over with. They ain't my friends when it comes to these marshes. Look at that guy. That's a sure keeper if he gets in the boat. In the boat, guy. That's what we call around the house lunch. I hadn't had trout in months. Yeah, guy. Maybe that old loud boat just stirs them up. Gets them to bite. Oh, that over the top one. Alright, well, I'll deal with him in a second. We're still talking. I normally cut out a lot of this, but being as I'm talking about my final trip, this is a little bit of yakking and a lot of less talking, plus update on what I think the fish are doing. Because I've seen people posting videos, but I think they're coming out of their archives. We ain't had good weather. This is about the best day we've had in a long time. So, and it ain't the best. Wind's blowing pretty hard, and I just got over against this south shore and got a little bit of a break. But man, guys, there might be some trout out here. I ain't much of a trout fisherman, as y'all know. Oh man, see? I'm one of them red fishermen. Man, that one pulled good though. Why'd he turn loose? But we'll just do it. We'll just catch what's out here. That's what you got to do, guys. But all right, anything else? Oh, about the Ghost 130, and y'all probably gonna see a lot of this again if you watch my review on it once I get it and test it out and make sure it does what I think it will do, which I've watched a ton of videos, and so I'm confident that they're gonna, you know, do me good. But if there's some issues with it, I will definitely let you know. Well, you, look at you. I don't think you'd make it anyway. Man, a real good fisherman would probably have a net on his boat. Kid. Nah. He was close to keeper size. But two of them make a good meal anyway. But what else? I don't want too much of this talking in our video. Let's do some more catching. Oh yeah, I was looking at getting the what was it, the lure, the free style lure, free something lure. Their 13.5 boat, and well, by the time you bought the rudder separate, what you have to do with it, you could have two of these other boats, and so I don't know, we'll see. But being as I bring my boat out on my skiff, it's a little different than if I was gonna paddle it for the whole trip. You know, oh wow, something hit it right there. At least there's something out here to pull on your line. I mean, I don't get all that excited about trout, I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, I like to catch a few to eat every once in a while because I prefer them over redfish, but for a fight, oh, that was my late geriatric 5-minute late pull. But as he was there, let me slow down a little bit. This colder water, you sometimes gotta, you know, make a little bit different adjustments on your cranking speed. I won't most of the time work it, just out of spite. I just like to just reel it in, and because you don't have to jerk it, and that just, it might make you feel better, but you know, if you keep that line kind of tight as you're reeling through there, then you feel every little tap and everything. So, you know, but everybody has their own style. That one's a keeper, I think. Oh, come on, guy. Let's get a measurement on you. Yeah, well, keeper. Oh man, good thing I looked over here. This guy done unhooked his thing off the boat, and they'd have been swimming around on my leader. I better get this rascal. That don't make no noise. Well, that's 3 of our 5. That ain't bad for not moving the boat. Oh, and guys, looky here. I caught an oyster, and he actually had it in his beak there. Man, you want to talk about a good fisherman? Man, if you can catch an oyster in his beak, in his mouth, I had to open up and turn it loose. It wasn't even hung on him. Things just want to bite my hooks. All right, where we at? All this talking with. But hey, we're catching fish. It's kind of like a live deal. I think it'd be kind of a little interesting, you know. You watch most of my videos and they have cuts in between them and whatever. And so you don't know if it took me 4 hours to catch my limit. Most time it don't, but you know. There's quite a few fish right in this little gut right here. Yeah, you can see the fish boil right there. Fool around and get a lemon trout right here without moving. That'd be nice. But there you go. Oh, you feel solid. Stay under the water so you don't scare everything. So, yeah, it might just be a keeper too. Yeah, this is a little far away from my normal fishing. This is right outside the marshes that on the last video I told you about, closer towards Pringle and Connie Lake. Just no water back there. It's even worse off than it was in that last video when we was out of water. All right. Oh, you want to live under my boat? Oh, come out here. You're gonna be close, but I don't know. Oh, not close. You're 16. I'm not gonna fool around. It's a chilly, cold day. If I could get 5 of these rascals, I think this is number 4. If I can get 5 of them, then we can go on and maybe get us an oyster. Of course, I won't bore y'all with my oyster catching. That's just, you know, ain't all that exciting, but they sure are good if you like oysters. Alright, but anyway, well, let's see if we can get one more, guys. I mean, alright, what else? Oh yeah, I did a lot of research, like I told you, on the boats. And I just, for the value, everybody says that's the boat. $8.99, you get a paddle that comes with it. They say it's pretty decent. Well, we'll see. And it's 74 pounds, where the feel-free 13.5 was 90 something pounds, almost 20 pounds heavier. That could be good and that could be bad. I mean, if it's 20 pounds heavier because it's thicker wall or something, it might be better. But I know it has extra compartments on it and stuff that that I don't need really. I don't carry a lot of stuff. I got one rod, one reel. I don't even have a tackle box here, but then again, I do have one over on the skiff that has a handful of stuff. But normally one lure. Well, I got a package of chicken of the sea down south lures and a couple of jig heads. That's normally all I really need to catch my fish. But so I don't need a lot of space. Hey guy, yeah, there's a few fish out here, guys. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I like this, you know. This is only the second time I've been out here to this island in the last 10 years probably. I just hadn't fished out here. I mean, I hadn't, you know, until I got into kayak fishing again. I kind of was away from the main fishing. So, this used to be a killer place to get them under the lights out here. Oh my goodness. But that pass that we always caught them in, the storm, I guess, or sometime since the last time I've been here, like I say 10 years down the road. Oh yeah, easy number 5. All right, so that's number 5, guys. That's all the law allows. Oh, so anyways, let's get gotta straighten my stringer out a little bit while I'm still talking. I never was a big fan of stringers, but when you're trying to keep your boat light, it does help. You don't have to have that heavy ice chest and stuff, and every pound of weight you have in a boat, is a pound that you have to move around, and it's just energy. So let's see if we can't get that last one from under the boat. Probably squashed him. Yep. Yeah, he's still alive. Alright. So anyway, guys, I hope y'all like today's fishing. That's not bad right there, guys. That's a couple of meals. And you know, most people would sit here and fish until they got plumb wore out, because I think they're just, you know, it looks like there's a little deep cut and it goes out into here and back into here, and I think they would just keep moving through for a while. Most of the time when you catch fish in shallow water, you got to move every time to do any good. So this is rare, but I mean, it happens with trout and redfish both sometime. You know, if you got a little current going through a ditch, they just will keep coming through or whatever. But most of the time it's one fish and I move to the next fish. That's just the way it is. But all right, guys, I'll hopefully next time we meet, we will meet in a new boat, and we will meet under some sunny skies, calm weather. It looks like I mean, if I see a redfish over there, we still can get our 3 reds, but I'm not a big, I don't have a lot of faith in red. Ooh, I might take that back now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all can't see what I see, but there is something that's just almost with their back out of the water over there. Now, if that happened to be some redfish over there, I wouldn't mind going over there and getting me a 3 reds too. But anyway, but I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, guys, because it is something. It's a whole school of something